Hi, thanks for joining me. This is your daily tarot. We have a lot of cards to go through today. I initially pulled 3 cards and then was inspired to pull quite a few more just based on the cards that I pulled for us. The first card that we have for today is the Fool card. This is the very first card. It's actually numbered 0 in the major arcana because zeros as a number are like this space for infinite possibility and new beginnings. It's kind of like the void that's calling things into form. And so this is a very lesson oriented energy as far as where we're putting our efforts and following this inspiration that feels like it was inspired by our highest spiritual self or even inspired by God. You know, it's having uh, literally like the breath of God as being the inspiration. The word associated with this is Aleph, which is the breath of God. So this is a new idea, a new inspiration that's really encouraging a huge shift in direction in your life. And it's telling you to follow that, to believe in that, despite what is kind of nipping at your heels. As you can see, a little pup there nipping at their heels, but they're following that inspiration regardless, with a sense of fearlessness and a sense of trusting yourself in the steps that you need to take forward, and even possibly asking your higher self to guide you in the steps that you're moving forward in this new terrain. Now, the next 2 cards that we got are kind of worrisome cards. The second card that we got is the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is telling us of a kind of sleeplessness, like some idea or circling thoughts that's been keeping us awake at night. And it's possibly, you know, the fears that are associated with starting this new beginning. And it's telling us that, yeah, our thoughts can sometimes be our worst enemy, especially when we give them value over things that are actually happening. And having, you know, this storm of thoughts can, you know, cause instability in our inner world. But what's important is this third card, which is that things are in transition, okay? There's a cycle and there's a movement about things, and it's important to not let your fears actually get in the way of these new beginnings. And this card is also associated with Uranus, and Uranus is that planet which is, it brings us, you know, big changes and changes to outworn situations that we have a hard time shifting for ourselves. We're actually seeing a large effect of this planet right now being in Taurus. But this shift is happening in our lives as well, and it's causing insight into directions that we possibly should be going in. And so it's telling us, like, things are in transition and things are up in the air. So don't let yourself be controlled by fear itself, because there is a lot in motion. There is a lot that is shifting and changing around us all. So granted, I got those 3 cards, but I was like, I want to know more. That's like too up in the air for me, quite literally, too up in the air for me. You know, when things settle, what ends up settling is this Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is a opportunity, like a literal gift in the universe, a way of seeing things and going on a journey that's truly of value. And that's what's being, you know, stirred up by this. And so it's important to not let your mind get in the way, and remember that things are always in motion and that the opportunity is coming down the line. And this opportunity is going to be successful. It's going to give you some sense of satisfaction and grace and rest, you know, in all this chaotic world that we've been in. And that will come out of, you know, moving forward out of past successes. So 2 cards that we got yesterday, ironically. And ultimately, it's important for us to have patience, you know, to consider that no matter what we have to physically tend to right now, that we are building towards something and to continue to put energy in that direction so that we can continue to build towards that, and remember that everything takes time. Every plant has, a certain timeline to flower and fruit, and just like that, we also take time to flower and fruit things in our lives. And so to be patient with things, don't rush totally into things. And ultimately, we do have help, we do have some guidance on the journey, and it's important to have balance. Make sure that we take care of ourselves, make sure we take care of the people that we love, make sure we take care of practical matters. But ultimately, there is change coming down the road. So believe in yourself and believe in new beginnings, and that possibility is out there to help you become. That is our reading for today. I wish you a beautiful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.